Stuart, we're back at TW Ward today. We're looking here at a new machine or a new model into your range, which is the Axile 5-axis. But is this not just another 5-axis machine into the UK market?
No, it's not. It is a 5-axis machine. It's a high-performance 5-axis machine, but it's a machine that's been designed and developed to take on the leading European 5-axis machine tool suppliers.
So let's say we've got a few minutes here to discuss this machine. So let's pick out some of the highlights. Let's talk about the build and the construction, because in here it says the best dynamics, accuracy and ergonomics for a 5-axis machine. Tell us about those.
Dynamically, the machine, it's symmetrically designed, symmetrically balanced, so you've got twin Y-axis ball screws, twin Y-axis scales and motors, driven from both sides. Ergonomically, you've got full access to the machine. The roof goes back. You can take a crane to load components. You've got full door opening there and a very easy working height for the operator to get into.
Let's start with that Y-axis. So what we're saying here is on either side, you've got essentially a double support and a double drive.
That's correct. You've got twin Y-axis ball screws running down the top of the machine there, driving the Y-axis. You've got twin linear scales. You've got twin motors.
And what about the X-axis on this machine?
The X-axis is the spindle column traversing across left to right as we look at the machine from here. Again, driven from above, supported on the double column.
So the pairing of those two would give you the optimum in stability, wouldn't it?
In stability, combined with the Z-axis, which has got three slides, 3 guideways, so again, giving you the maximum rigidity.
What do you mean by 3 guideways on the Z?
You have a linear guide, left, right and rear, so a 3-point balance, a 3-point... the way I would explain it is a 3-point stool will never wobble. You've got the maximum rigidity from 3 points. It's the stiffest it could be.
And then for the table here, you're supported either side.
You're driven from either side. You've got a torque motor. You've 3 torque motors. Torque motor on the C-axis, which is the full 360, and twin torque motors left and right, 120 degrees plus minus for the A-axis tilt.
So you're not just driving and supporting, you're driving from both sides?
You're driving from both sides. There's no slave. It's not just a bearing. It's a torque motor either side.
Okay, how are you going to fare with this machine in the UK market? I mean, has it been sold around the world?
It's been sold around the world. We've over 50 machines Axile have in Germany so far.
We know that's not an easy market to get into.
That's not an easy market because the premier machine tool suppliers from Germany, it's their home market, or from Europe. So for the German market to accept and adopt this machine is a key influencing factor. We took the agency 2016. We've evaluated the machine that we took on stock here now for 8 months since we've had it in. We had a lot of support from Axile in terms of applications, service. Our engineers have been trained. And so we're now in a position where we're very happy and confident to launch this machine to the UK market.
Is it a fast machine?
It is. You've got 100 RPM on the C-axis, you've got 80 RPM on the A-axis for rapid traverse, and 60 metres on all the linear axis for rapid traverse.
Can you do turning on here then?
Turning, no, but turning is coming at the end of this year, next year, when you have 500 RPM on the tables.
When I first looked at this machine with the doors shut, I was expecting a much smaller table and a much smaller working envelope. I was quite surprised to see the size of what you can actually put and the weight of part you can put on this table. Tell us about that.
So it's an 800 table diameter. You can put 1.3 tonne of table loading on there. You can go a component 500 millimetres high, and you can overhang by 950 millimetres diameter component.
And if you're putting a part like that on, how are you going to do it? Does that roof go backwards?
That's right, the roof is programmable, backwards and forwards, so the roof goes back. You can take a crane over the middle of the table, showing that for large billets, if you've got a 1.3 tonne capacity, you need to be able to access that 1.3 tonne with a crane or a jib crane.
And if you've got a big weighty part on there, have you got a powerful spindle to be able to do the machining?
Okay, the spindle on this stock machine is 18,000 RPM. There's options of 15,000 and 20,000. It's got a 35 kilowatt spindle drive on this stock machine. So it's a powerful spindle. It's got a lot of torque for the size of the machine, and the 18,000 spindle, it's usable across the range. The full torque is available across the range.
What about the tooling on this machine, Stuart?
Okay, on a large 5-axis, you need the ability to have many tool change. On this machine, we've got 96 tools, 248 magazines, loaded from the back, so you can load whilst it's operating, expandable up to 120 tools.
So you've got kind of 2 carousels, yeah?
You've got 2 carousels, left and right, 48 left, 48 right, that's correct.
And that is expandable. So what was the max you can go up to?
The maximum is 120, 260 magazines.
And is it an HSK?
HSK 63, yes, through spindle coolant.
Finding out a little bit more about the makeup of the machine, things like the drives on this and the control, are they all, let's say for example you've got the Heidenhain control, you've got Heidenhain drives, or how does that work?
Yes, it's all European sourced. You've got Kessler spindles, Kessler rotary tables. You've got inner from Germany, guideways, and either a Heidenhain or a Siemens package combined with that, depending on the control. So it's European sourced components. We're backed by the manufacturers. Axile has a European technical centre, service and support centre, so it's fully backed within Europe, and we have direct support from the manufacturers for any of the component parts.
If you looked at all the machines around the world in the 5-axis arena, where in the league is this? As a, is it aimed at a price market? Is it a high performance machine? Is it a premium? Is it right at the top end?
It is. It's a Premier League machine. It's a high performance, high specification machine. It's not a low cost. It's a machine that's to be used as a full 5-axis, not a 4+1 or a 3+2. It's the full 5-axis package.
But you can do 4+1, 3.
You can do the 4+1. You can do the 3+2. Or any of that is possible. But you can also very accurately, very precisely control all 5 axes, and that's where this machine is aimed.
Okay, this machine is here in stock, which is a good thing, because that means it's obviously for sale at the moment. You've spent a few months monitoring and measuring and kind of making sure that this is the right machine for you to sell, haven't you? But you've obviously thought that it is.
We have. We've evaluated this machine throughout 2017. We're very happy now to take this machine to the market under the TW Ward flag, because it's our reputation, and we're very, very confident in the capabilities and the reliability, but more so the rigidity of this machine.
And they've paid a lot of attention to the finish on it. Even inside, it's pretty shiny. I could even probably do my hair if I had some in there, couldn't I?
Both of us could. Yes, if you look inside that machine, it's all sharp corners. There's no swarf traps. You've got a full bed wash. You've got 4 coolant nozzles around the spindle, and air around the spindle, and 20 bar through tool coolant on this machine. You can have 70 bar as an option. There's a paper filtration system at the side there. So it's the full package. It's the complete package.
So if someone came here tomorrow and they were interested in the machine, that's everything that would come with it.
That is. It is. We now also have a second machine following on now, which is coming on the water behind this machine. We will always stock minimum one of this type of machine in either Redditch showroom or Sheffield showroom.
Looks good. Good luck with it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.